Go.
Hello, my name is Amit Ganor and Tios Kaulos, who is with me here, Davor Jekic and Biljana Vucevic, to pitch to you our post-Final Four recommendations. So firstly, after brainstorming both individually and together, we identified three key problems that stood out in Madrid. Problem number one was that the event was not visible in terms of promotions, not around the city, not around the arena, and not in the arena for that matter as well. It was not visible to the sponsors and the partners in the media, as well as around the city of Madrid, using traditional media and advertising. For example, it wasn't also clear where the fan zone was. We believe that this thing should be taken into consideration. The second point we want to tell you, the problem that we noticed, was that there was not enough fans, not in the arena, not around the arena, and in the city, namely in the fan zone. We believe activities as a tool are a must, especially in events like these, to put the fan in the forefront of everything which is going on, and knowing who our audience is, this is crucial. The third problem that we noticed, that the experience at large was not unique enough. This is an essential when we're talking about an event like the Final Four. The magnitude and scale that is supposed to be in line with other events that brings in and attracts millions of people around the world. We believe the Final Four was seen not different and just a normal thing, just like other games, a bit with a very small difference, and this should be taken into consideration. Our hypothesis is that through our recommendations, we'll be able to create a memorable experience and make the Final Four something to remember, regardless of the game's outcome. We'll be able to increase brand awareness, increase brand strength, and provide revenue opportunities to the EuroLeague by making the Final Four a great experience, driving fans to consume more, and making them return customers, maybe even regardless of the team's participation. So let's go. Getting into our improvements, let's start with the operational part. We propose 5 different operational items that we believe are the most important ones on our side. Problem number one, we want to provide digital maps and large display maps. We realized that there was a big miscommunication and communication problem with the assisting staff in the events around the arena, and in the Final Fours zone. It was both in terms of gap of information and the language barrier that was existent there. We believe that providing tablets around the fan zone, for instance, or in the arena, or giving large displays with maps that show where to go and what's available, we'll be able to decrease this problem of communication, make an easy and friendly experience for the customers, give them an engaging tool to come and try out and according to their time in visual aid, which is also very helpful when we're talking about communication and information. Going into problem number two, or improvement number two, we want to talk about the location of activity. It was very clear that in Madrid, the Final Four fan zone and the arena were very distant from one another. We believe that this is one of the biggest problems because the fan comes to the games but doesn't spend more time apart from coming and viewing them. We want the fan to come and money around the game activity, and for that matter, the arena. And we propose that in such cases like Madrid, where there's such a distance and it's needed that there's also the fan zone in a popular touristic place, like in the center town, you add a mini fan zone, mini event area around the arena as well for them to participate more with activities and also come in money in that area. This could be an opportunity for our partners, distribution channel, promote their brand is and products. It's a distribution channel to increase engagement and awareness about the EuroLeague and its partners. It adds to the size and the magnitude of the event. It does not need to cost a lot of money to implement using the right different could all be either existing or new ones if it's food distributors in the area or products as well. And by having these activities for the fans around the area will result in them coming earlier maybe and probably also watching both games for that matter and have not only empty seats phenomena that we want to decrease but it will also offer us a new revenue opportunity as well. Going into problem number 3, improvement number 3. So, as a unique event, everything we believe that is either sold as an item or a service, it must be given as a EuroLeague package, as a Final Four package, is a unique and exclusive thing that he gets, but no one else gets in any other game. For that reason, we propose having every single item, if it be Coke bottles or popcorn, have them packaged in a Final Four way. It could be the sponsors like Efes, giving their beers and connecting it to a Final Four atmosphere. Okay, have different cups, things that could be used later on, maybe as souvenirs or just taken home. Something that represents the exclusivity and uniqueness of this event and adds to the experience and wants them to even spend more premium money to consume. Going to problem number 4. So one of the things that was most successful in the past events was the Turkish Airlines basketball bus. This is something that gets attention and increases the promotion of the event at whole. We believe that either adding more buses or using similar gimmick items, like for instance having the partner Citroen, who promotes a wedding car colored with EuroLeague colors, have something that grabs attention, makes it, if it's Berlin, use a U-Bahn train colored in different ways with promotion tools around it, inside it. If there's horse carriages around the city, use that. If we're talking again about Berlin, we can use the zoo, incorporate balls inside the zoo, have the seals or dolphins play with basketballs instead of regular balls, something that increases the buzz, something that increases the awareness to the event. Use center toured and famous identified places in the city to promote the Final Four weekend using gimmicks. Another last item that we're thinking about, like there are bears and lions in different cities around the world as statues, why not for the event have poles with nothing but a basketball in it and have them distributed around the city? This is something interesting, makes people curious about what's going on, but it grabs the attention and the buzz. So going into improvement number 5. Last but not least, something that was used recently in the NBA Finals was 3D projection by the Cleveland Cavaliers. They used the company Quince Imaging Inc. to do this, and it basically marked a transition from 2D into 3D projection. We believe that after the NBA did it, it is both regarded but also places the EuroLeague at the forefront of technology, aligned next to this organization. This is a tool that attracts attention and can be used to provide interesting and valuable about EuroLeague as a legendary institute. Most importantly, having this item is something that creates attention both at home for TV viewers, but also inside the arena. And what stands out using this tool is that it makes the experience much more lively, makes the fan feel much closer to the big scale that he is living. And it's one step closer to increasing the magnitude experience at home. So now let's go into fan experience and content. So the first thing we propose as an interesting way to engage the fans and increase this experience we have already is have in the fan zone create the history tunnel. We believe the history tunnel could be a very unique and creative way to have fans go into the fan zone, having a tunnel like players walk through as they enter the court, with visuals around inside, having a 150-meter long league ground, have TV and projectors showcase your league as it evolves in history, as you walk through it, with music changing as you go along, giving the experience and the feeling and raising emotions, and you walk out into the full fan zone court. Number two, as we spoke about merchandise as something very, very important, I also believe that the content should be very, very unique and different. We saw that one of the biggest problems was that the current merchandise that is being sold could only be memorized as the new era caps. We believe that the merchandise that is also offered in the EuroLeague website, together with new content, new merchandise that could be unique and maybe even customized at the stands, like t-shirts or bracelets or keychains for that specific consumer, are very, very good ways to make the consumer spend more money. We believe that these things should be also stand out more, having using two different distribution channels, sold in close by staff walking around the arena, and also having more booth around the arena in front of the fan, having him come and purchase it in a very nice and creative and standout way. Going into the next one, number three. Okay, so one of the most viral teams which is going on right now is called Dude Perfect. They're a sensation on YouTube, doing stunts in different sports like basketball. We believe that this is a bring to the next Final Fours, something that could be used as both content at halftime, but also something that will be engaging with the fans inside the Final Four arena and in the fan zone. We want to use their content. What they can offer is basically more exposure to the event. Have them skydive in a very fashion into the Final Four with a big EuroLeague banner, EuroLeague flag, something that doesn't need to cost a lot of money. It could be used with another additional partner to bring them, like Adidas for that matter. Something that people know after the event will also create more promotion inside the media as it increases the buzz and awareness through the viral media. And it's the EuroLeague basically. You could view Dude Perfect items in the link provided, and we welcome you to view it. Let's go into improvement number 4. Okay, so we call this Zumba basketball. Like any Zumba that you know, as you do sports, we want to create Zumba basketball. Partnering up with local gyms and instructors, we can have people come and teach dance, sport to either individuals or couples, change their daily habits and make them dance to basketball moves. Something is very unique. We can use the fan zone as an area to do this. We can do this also inside the court, and we can do it inside gyms, private gyms around the city. This is something we believe should be already promoted a week, 2 weeks in advance, and already give the atmosphere of what's going on. This is nothing that's supposed to be adding to the promotion, but rather give the experience of what's going on around the city, a basketball atmosphere, something of the festivity of the event, which is culminating right now. Let's go into our last recommendation. Last but not least, we thought that as such a big event, this is a great opportunity to enjoy the life of basketball and European culture. We call this the International Basketball Festival. This could be arranged by the Ministries of Tourism of all participating EuroLeague teams, having them create the booth and sponsor the booth with the EuroLeague team that represents them at the forefront of the booth. Have food, drinks, and culture entertainment be provided there of the participating countries. Sell merchandise is a new nice distribution channel for the EuroLeague. Again, as we said, distribution channels to sell, and add the revenue streams. This adds to the festivity. It also solves one of the biggest problems that was evident in the fan zone, that there was not enough seating. People to consume their time, enjoy, live both culture, internationalism, and basketball. Having the EuroLeague is the umbrella, and increase the entire fun, engagement, experience of this event, creating it more unique, and most importantly, solving the three initial problems that we talked about at the beginning. Increasing the promotion of all the stakeholders taking part in this event, increasing the engagement both with the fans but also with the local community to what's going on in the city, and last but not least, creating this event a much more and big experience of greater magnitude and culture. I want to thank you all for listening, and hope we were able to give you a good idea to some things and things to think about. Thank you, and wishing you a good day.